challenges. And I like a good challenge. A good challenge tends to show yourself something about yourself that you haven't necessarily seen before. So what was this challenge? He said to me, I challenge you to go out in a public place, maybe somewhere like that, and in 1 hour, get the telephone number of 2 girls. I thought, yeah, that's a good one. 2 in an hour. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Good evening, everybody. Tonight I'm going to tell you the story of this challenge. And to give you a clue, when I say no problem, what I actually meant was big problem. So it was a Saturday. Autumn blue sky. Portobello Road filled with people. This was perfect conditions. So I went down, set the timer on my watch for an hour. Let's go. The time went in a flash. Within an hour, the phone rang. What had I achieved? No phone numbers. How many girls had I spoken to? None! Why? What had gone wrong? But every time I saw a girl, I spent so much time thinking, well, is she the right sort of girl? What will she think of me? What will I say? What will she say? And by the time I thought of all those things, she'd walked past and I thought the moment had gone. This was absolutely no good at all. The anxiety was building, the tension was building in me. And then I saw this girl. She caught my eye. This was the one. Right, come on. I couldn't move. I froze. The anxiety in me. I just couldn't do it. She walked past and I thought, right, that's it. I'm out of here. I've got to go. And I beat myself up all the way home. How could I be so pathetic? But I wasn't going to give up. So I thought, okay, how can I make it a little bit easier? I know, I'll go to a place that's perhaps a little easier to go up to people, maybe more conducive to having a chat. So I thought I'd go to an art gallery. So I went to the Saatchi gallery, I went to the Tate gallery, and basically 3 things happened. Either one, when I saw someone I wanted to talk to, I just couldn't move, it was just too painful. Or I went up, managed to do it, said hello, it would all be going very well, and then suddenly, my mind would go completely blank. And I mean completely blank. Like, so horrific was it to me that I couldn't say anything. But I thought, no, I'm out of here. So I just go, very nice to meet you, I'm off. Failure. Or the third one. I have a nice conversation, get to the end, just about to say, well, how about giving me your phone number? And I couldn't do it. I thought, well, it's all gone so well. I can't ruin it by asking for a phone number, and then she says no. So I failed. So I thought, well, what can I do about this? How can I get some help? Brilliant idea. I need a friend to help me. And I thought, I know just the person, a girlfriend of mine. And I said to her, will you help me? Will you come out with me on this mission? And she got it absolutely. She realized it was a challenge. It wasn't just about getting phone numbers, honestly. It was about facing the fear of rejection, facing the anxiety, facing the low self-esteem that I carried. And so she came out with me, and we had these brilliant afternoons when we go to somewhere like Westfield Shopping Centre, and she'd stand there and she'd go, right, go to her, or go to her. And it was fantastic. And gradually, I began to get a little bit more confidence. But still, you know, I found that sometimes it went well, and we had a great conversation, I got a phone number, and then the next time I would just crash and burn. But having someone with me to share my little successes and to comfort me in my failures as I saw it, really helped. But I wanted more. I wanted to be better. So I did what I always do in these situations. I went and did a little bit more research. And I went onto the internet and I found there's this whole community of people called pickup artists. People who do this, who want to be the very best at getting phone numbers. It was hysterical. And I found this guy who teaches people to get telephone numbers. And I thought, come on, bring it on. And so he agreed to come and teach me for an afternoon. So he comes along, we go to Carnaby Street, he wires me up with a microphone. Okay, and he says, all right, just go out and chat to a few girls. And he listens to me, and he watches my technique, he watches my body language. And he said, okay, come and sit down. And he sat down, we had a cup of coffee. And he said, okay, this is what I see. When you go up to a girl, you want something. It's like you're wanting a phone number. You're putting an expectation on that. It's like sort of transactional. You're trying to control the whole process to protect yourself. When you do that, you come from the reptilian, complex part of your brain. The problem with that is it shuts down the mammalian complex part of your brain. That is a bit where you show emotion. Now, the thing is that, as all you ladies know, you have this little radar, and you can tell if there's an agenda, you can tell if there's an anxiety. So if you don't come from emotion, at least from part of it, you're going to get smelt, they're going to sense it. And so you're not going to get anywhere. That's interesting. The penny dropped. So off I went again. It was like a complete awakening. Suddenly, I just looked to make a gift of it. To say, instead of, I want to get a phone number, I want to have a good time. I want to chat with someone and have a nice time and give them a nice experience. You cannot believe the difference. Suddenly, I couldn't fail. And he made it more and more difficult. He would set me harder and harder challenges, like, there is a table of women. Go up and sit with them and get a phone number. And sure enough, I do it, and it would work. Go into this lingerie shop and get a telephone number off that girl. It would work. And the hardest one, actually, there were two hard ones, okay? Firstly, mother-daughter. Go up to the daughter and ask for a telephone number in front of the mother. Next one, go up to the mother and ask for the daughter's telephone number. Go up to a boy and girl and ask for the telephone number. But you know what? If you do it with the right energy, it works. So what did I learn from this? It's about giving. It's about giving. And you know, when you come up here, it's no different. If you talk and you're worried about controlling the whole process, will you like me? Will you find me funny? Will you vote for me? Whatever. You're trying to control it. You're cutting off the interesting stuff. So when you come up here, when I come up here now, I try and give a little thing. Maybe it's a little information, whether it's a little story, some knowledge, some fun, whatever. If you can give, it just makes a big difference. That's my message. Thank you very much indeed.